Dear Sir or Madam, I just want to make it perfectly clear from the onset of this letter that I have been fighting for my child through a miscarriage of justice and illegal kidnapping from social services since 2013. I am inquiring for the ombudsman to investigate the illegal kidnapping of my child on the 24th of June 2013 from my care by social workers Thomas Werner and Laura Russell née Luring. The social workers, Thomas Werner and Laura Russell née Luring, came to my home accompanied by 3 police officers on the 24th of June 2013 to remove my son from my care. Only it wasn't a removal, it was an illegal kidnap, which is criminal offence in the eyes of the Northern Irish law. When I queried why the social workers were there, Thomas Werner told me to hand over my son. I asked him why, and he stated he had a court order for the removal of my son from my care. I asked him on what evidence and refused to answer me. Thomas Werner was holding a sheet of A4 paper, and when I asked him to let me see it that I wasn't giving my son to him at the police, he stated that he couldn't and kept waving the sheet around telling me to cooperate and hand my son over. I turned to the police officer who had his foot jammed in my door and I asked him to remove it, which he refused to do so. I asked why he was doing that and he replied, "You'll close the door in my face." I asked him if he knew who I was and was I that ignorant. He replied, "No, I don't know you and I'm not saying you are ignorant." I told him not to judge me when he didn't know me. I asked him then to tell Thomas Werner to hand me this fake court order, and the same officer replied, "I cannot force him to give that to you. So he's an officer of the law and can't force him to show me a sheet of paper." I've had to inquire with 2 different police officers from Downpatrick Station on what was actually in a court order document, which they have told me is approximately 10 to 16-page document with a statement from the social services, a court order (EPO) from the court, and a statement from the police why this child was to be removed and if she was in any danger from the suspected parent. I have also the same information from a solicitor. I didn't have any of the above documents given to me and I had no choice only to hand my son over. The facts in this complaint is that police in attendance of the 24th of June 2013 to illegally kidnap my child along with the perpetrators of social workers. The police allowed this to happen. I was treated like a common criminal and I don't even have a criminal record, but all the same that was the way I was treated. In 2015 I requested a copy of the court summons at the police to produce, and again in 2016, which on both occasions I was refused and told no such paperwork existed. In May 2018 I wrote to the head of the PSNI, Mr. Hamilton, and I asked him for a copy of the same document, which my letter was passed to another department, then to the PSNI at Downpatrick, which the inspector stated there was no paperwork also. However, back in 2015 the police did show me a copy of a document that they had produced on the night in question, and it stated my details and my son's name, which was spelled wrong, the time was wrong, and the police in question stated they used pepper spray on me as I became aggressive. I find that strange, as I'm allergic to chemicals used in pepper spray, and if I had indeed been sprayed by such chemicals, would you not think I would have burn marks, etc.? So most likely this has been incinerated in the process to conceal evidence, as with the other document that the police must keep for the records. I would like an investigation into this illegal kidnapping of my child from my care. My children are my #1 priority in this circus that both the police and social services caused in kidnapping my child illegally with no evidence that my son was in any danger.